dreaming of a new life in Australia and have been working towards securing your permanent residency, PR, then you need to pay close attention to the latest developments. The Australian government has just made some game-changing updates to its immigration policies, and trust me, this could affect your PR plans. For years, Australia has been known for its relatively accessible immigration pathways, but now, with these new changes, it's becoming tougher than ever for aspiring migrants to make the leap. Whether you're looking to work, study, or start a family in Australia, these new rules could have serious implications on your eligibility for PR. From stricter point systems to tougher requirements for skilled migrants, the landscape of Australian immigration is shifting rapidly, and many applicants may find themselves facing roadblocks they didn't anticipate. With the recent changes, it's no longer just about meeting basic criteria. You'll need to stay ahead of the curve if you want to make sure your PR journey doesn't hit a dead end. In this video, we'll break down what's really going on with these new updates. What are the key changes that could impact your chances? What should you do now to ensure you're still on track to achieve your PR dreams? We'll answer all of this and more, so make sure to watch till the end. If you're already feeling the pressure of these new rules, don't worry, you're not alone. Stay informed, stay prepared, and take action before it's too late. Hit that like button now if you found this information helpful and want to stay updated on more important immigration news and tips. Your support means a lot to me and will help you stay ahead in this ever-changing landscape. Don't forget to subscribe for more. So, what exactly is going on with Australia's immigration system? Why are these new changes so significant? Well, if you've been keeping track of Australia's immigration landscape, you probably already know that the country has been one of the most sought-after destinations for migrants over the years. From its beautiful beaches to vibrant cities, thriving job market, and excellent healthcare system, it's no surprise that people from all over the world want to call Australia home. But let's face it, getting a permanent residency, PR, in Australia has never been a walk in the park. The system has always been competitive, and over the past few years, the government has tightened immigration rules to prioritise certain skills and experience levels. Now, with these latest updates, things have just gotten a lot more complicated for many hopefuls. To understand why these changes matter, let's first take a look at the main pathways that most migrants use to secure PR. For many, the Skilled Migration Visa, subclass 189, has been the most popular route. This is for people with specific skills that Australia is in demand for. However, with the new changes, it's becoming harder for many applicants to meet the requirements. You see, the government is now placing more emphasis on particular skills, and certain occupations are no longer as in demand as they once were. This could mean that you, or someone you know, may have been aiming for PR under a profession that has now been removed from the skilled occupation list. So, what's the impact of this? Well, it means that fewer applicants will be able to secure PR through the skilled migration route. The new rules are also introducing more barriers in terms of age restrictions, English language proficiency, and minimum salary requirements. For those who were already feeling like they were on the edge of qualifying, these changes could feel like a blow to their chances. And what's even more frustrating is that these rules have been introduced with little notice, leaving many people scrambling to figure out what to do next. But that's not all. If you thought the skilled migration program was the only tough one, think again. Another popular option for PR seekers is the Employer Nomination Scheme, subclass 186. This visa allows employers to sponsor foreign workers for permanent residence. While this pathway is still available, it's facing a major overhaul as well. The government is now pushing for stricter qualifications and more detailed labour market testing to ensure that employers are genuinely hiring from overseas due to a shortage of local workers, rather than just opting for foreign talent out of convenience. This is where things start to get even more complicated. Many employers may now find themselves facing more hurdles in terms of sponsorship requirements. For instance, they might need to demonstrate that they have made every effort to recruit locally before turning to overseas candidates. While this might seem fair, it means fewer job opportunities for foreign workers in the short term. Not to mention, it places a lot of pressure on businesses to find the right balance between satisfying immigration requirements and addressing their own staffing needs. As a result, if you've been eyeing a job in Australia under this scheme, there's a higher chance your employer might think twice about sponsoring you, particularly if they're dealing with complicated visa processes. Another pathway that's facing significant changes is the Regional Sponsored Migration Scheme, RSMS, visa. This visa was designed to encourage people to live and work in regional areas of Australia, where there are often shortages of skilled workers. The idea was that if you worked in a regional area, you'd have a better chance of securing PR. But with the new changes, the government is rethinking its approach. While it's still promoting migration to regional areas, the rules are now stricter than ever before. For example, there are now limitations on the types of jobs you can take up in regional areas. These limitations could limit your ability to qualify for PR through this route, leaving many would-be migrants in a difficult position. It's clear that these new rules are affecting a wide range of pathways for migrants, and this is causing a lot of uncertainty. But the bigger question is, why is the government doing this? Well, part of the reasoning is tied to Australia's changing economic and social priorities. With the COVID-19 pandemic still having a significant impact on global migration, Australia has seen a shift in its approach to immigration. There's a stronger emphasis on attracting skilled workers who can contribute to specific industries that are deemed essential for the country's recovery and growth. The government has made it clear that they want to focus on quality over quantity when it comes to migration, and this means putting up more barriers for those who don't fit the specific needs. There's also the issue of Australia's growing population. While Australia is a beautiful and thriving country, it's also facing the challenges of rapid urbanisation. Cities like Sydney and Melbourne are already crowded, and the strain on infrastructure and services is beginning to show. To alleviate these pressures, the government is directing migrants to specific areas, both in terms of the jobs they take and the regions they live in. This is where the regional migration changes come into play. By pushing people toward less populated areas, the government is trying to balance the distribution of people across the country. However, it's not just about filling gaps in the workforce or regional development. There's also the matter of national security and public sentiment. Australia, like many other countries, has become more cautious about who it lets into the country. In recent years, there's been an increasing focus on national security, with stricter screening processes for migrants. This has led to more thorough background checks, longer processing times, and higher levels of scrutiny for visa applicants. As a result, the approval process for PR has become far more rigorous than before. If you've already started your PR application or have been in the process for a while, you might be wondering what this means for you. Should you panic? Should you consider other options? The truth is, it's not all doom and gloom, but these changes do require you to adjust your strategy. If you're still committed to securing your PR, you need to act fast and stay informed. There are still ways to qualify under the new rules, but you need to be proactive in your approach. For example, brushing up on your English language skills could be a key factor in securing your PR approval. The government has made it clear that they're prioritizing applicants with higher English proficiency, so if you've been neglecting that aspect of your application, now is the time to focus on it. Moreover, you might want to consider revising your occupation list. If your profession has been removed from the skilled occupation list, it's time to explore new career options that are more in demand. This might require retraining or upskilling, but it could open up new pathways to PR that you hadn't considered before. One thing is for sure, staying updated on immigration policy changes is more important than ever. If you've been planning to make the move to Australia, it's essential to stay ahead of the game. Keep an eye on the government's updates, talk to immigration professionals who can guide you through the process, and make sure you're taking the necessary steps to secure your future in Australia. If you're feeling overwhelmed, that's completely normal. But remember, you're not alone. Countless other migrants are navigating the same changes, and with the right information and preparation, you can still make your dreams of living in Australia a reality. The most important thing is to act quickly and stay informed, so you can adapt to the new requirements and keep your PR goals on track. If this video helped you understand the latest changes to Australia's PR system, then please hit that like button. It not only supports the channel, but it also helps ensure you're always in the loop when it comes to the latest immigration news and updates. And don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis and tips to guide you through the immigration process. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Stay tuned, stay informed, and keep pushing toward your dream of a new life in Australia.